In today's video, I'm going to go over linking CAD files, JPEGs, and PDFs into Revit. Before we get started, if you are new, my name is Melissa. I am the Real BIM Lady. I post a new video each week on tips, tricks, and tutorials to use Revit out of the box without plugins or Dynamo. Hit subscribe to get the latest and the greatest. So occasionally you will have to link either a JPEG, a PDF, or a CAD file into your Revit project for a particular reason. Maybe you are tracing a hand sketch of a design, or you have to import an AutoCAD file from your civil engineer of the particular project site, or any other reason that you'll have to link these things into your project. So if you head on over to the Insert tab, you will notice you have a whole ribbon of tools for loading things into your project. The main thing I want you to notice is that you have some linking options, and then you have some import options as well. So let's go over the difference between the two. Importing is something that is a one-time use, meaning if you import it, you only import it that one time. If that file changed and you needed to import it again, you'll have to delete it and re-import it. So it's one time, you can't reload it. Also, if you import, for example, if you import a CAD file, you're going to bring in all the properties of the CAD file into your Revit project, which is not always a good thing. That could potentially cause performance issues down the line. So I always urge everyone to link when you can. Link your CAD file, link your PDF, or link your image or your JPEG when you can. That way, if that file changes, you can reload it. And also, linking does not bring all the properties of files into your project, and it won't cause performance issues. So let's start by linking in a PDF. So I'm going to press the Link PDF button. And then I have a file here, basement floor plan, that I want to insert. So on this PDF, you have some options. It shows the page size of 42 by 30. That's good. Then I'll know that my PDF is going to come into scale. You also can choose a different resolution. I'm going to leave it at 72 DPI because I don't really care about what this is going to look like, and then press OK. And then I simply just click in the middle of my drawing space here. And now my PDF is here. So if I click on my PDF, I have an option up here to enable snaps. And this is something new in Revit 2021, and it's super cool. So if you're in an older version, you're not going to have this option. So clicking on the PDF and clicking enable snaps. What this does is this enables you to snap to the lines of the PDF. So this is super great for if you needed to trace over this floor plan. So I can go to my architecture tab and my wall command, and then pick lines, and then I can pick the lines of that JPEG, which is really pretty neat. Now let's go over linking a CAD file, because there's a couple more settings to linking a CAD file than there is a JPEG or a PDF. So if I go to the Link CAD button, again, I'm going to navigate to what I want to bring in. So we have a bunch of options down here. These are the default settings out of the box. And there's some things that I always make sure to uncheck and check from here. So let's go over current view only. Sometimes you want to check this, but generally by default, I leave it off. It can cause issues if you're bringing in a civil topography file. That can cause issues with creating the topography if that is checked. So I just leave it off so I don't run into any issues. Colors, you can bring it in black and white, or you can bring it in preserve. Layers, you can specify, you can bring in ones that are visible in that current drawing, or all of them. And then import units, Revit's pretty good at detecting the units, so I don't ever change this, but you can if you want to. This is a big one, correct lines that are slightly off axis. I always uncheck this. This has caused issues in the past, especially with civil topography files. And making the lines come in slightly off, and also having trouble with creating topography if that is checked. Positioning, you have a bunch of options here. Again, I'll leave origin to internal origin and place at whatever level you want to place it at. In my case, it's going to be 0, 0. And then I'm going to press open. And then there's my CAD file. By default, AutoCAD files come in pinned, so I can't move it if I want to. So if it came in and it was way off in space and the CAD file wasn't drawn at 0, 0, 0, then you will need to unpin it before you move it. Let's say one of these files that you have linked in has changed and you need to reload it. There were changes made to the CAD file or changes made to the PDF file, and you need to reload it into your project. You head on over to the Manage tab and the Manage Links tool, and in this dialog box, you can find all of your links, whether it's a CAD format or PDF, an image, anything. And under the CAD format, you can simply click on it and press Reload. Or let's say it was saved in a different spot, you can click on it and say reload from and go and find that other spot. Or PDF that I have in there, same thing. Click on it and you can reload or reload from. There's all sorts of different options here, so I urge you to do some self-exploration on all the other tools that you have to make your life easier when you're reloading in other files like CAD files, JPEGs, and PDFs. In the next video, we'll go over keyboard shortcuts and ways to customize Revit to your liking to make you work more efficiently. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.